accident. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dodge Central. My name is Alex Such, and today I'm joined by Matt Wheel.
Hello.
You may recognise his voice from Matt Does Dodge on YouTube. So we have put his YouTube link down in the description, so please make sure you go and check it out. He's going to be putting out some more content soon, hopefully, as we love his videos, and it's always great to get an insight into the dodgeball world. Today we're here at the English Foam Leagues at round 2. This is a brand new league this season, where foam has come to the UK on a more official scale. We have just kicked off this game. It is KWAK Dodgeball against Derby Phantoms Wands. Both teams, this is their second game in the day. Derby Phantoms Wands coming off a win against their seconds, whereas KWAK coming off from a win against Bees Wands.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alex. Against Bees Wands, my own team, KWAK playing really strong. They've got some strong players. I was literally just about to say Llewellyn, a really strong player in the middle there, and then he fished for a ball above his head and ruined it all. But yeah, Llewellyn, who went off first there, number 13, closest to the camera, really strong arm, really fantastic catcher, and Fowler as well is a great offensive player. He's got a really strong arm. He absolutely take a catch if you put it in the middle, so he's very dangerous. But unfortunately, those two in the outbox at the start of this game, not the best start to the set. But I know we'll see some great stuff from them later in the game. Phantoms on the other side, like you said, coming off a 7-1 win against their first team, against their second team earlier in the day. Tapping making his cloth debut for England only a couple of weeks ago, making his first appearance on the Foam League court. Strong wing player, controls the game, controls his team, tries to keep his team on a level head, but he's got an excellent throw to back it up, and very agile and dodgy, shall we say, in the middle of the court. Hard to hit. Ooh, big dodge there. Line fault called on tapping. Unfortunately, can't keep his feet tucked in after getting over the top of the ball. We see Jen throw one into the middle. Jen Allam on the Phantom side.
I believe also called out for potential line fault there in the middle.
Also a line fault. A couple of easy outs on the Phantoms one side as they get into the rhythm of this, and then a good shot from Phillips to even things up. So not a great start from the KWAK side, but they've clawed it back through a little bit of luck and a little bit of talent. In the first set here, things looking nice and even. In terms of who would expect to win this game, I'm not sure who I'd back at this point. The Phantoms didn't have a great start to League One. Great shot there from Holmes on the cross-court post throw against Badley. Yeah, Phantoms did not have a great first league meet against the two Bees teams with 2 losses, but then 1 win as well. Another great shot from Holmes there. Another cross-court, this time nice and low against Vajc Skolnick. And that takes him to a 3v1. But I don't think that was the best the Phantoms can play. I think the players, they didn't quite do themselves the service that they deserve. And I think a 7-1 win against their second team, looking really strong in this first set. I can definitely see them performing well here. Another shot from Holmes there. Really great precision there from both Dom Holmes and Dom Smith, the Dom double duo on the Phantom side, with the throwing precision there to take the hits.
Very strong set from Phantoms to start the game.
Yeah, Alex, what's your bets overall? Who would you, going into this, who would you expect to kind of like come out on top here?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm of the similar mindset of you. Both sides with some very strong players, and as you say, Phantoms potentially with a bit of a slower start to the overall league than they would have wanted after round 1. But I think something that we may pay dividends to this game is the fact that Phantoms obviously play and train at club level, whereas KWAK is a bit more of a mishap of players from different teams who don't get the opportunity to train together as much. So potentially that might play a big factor. So for that reason, I'm probably going to lean towards the side of Phantoms.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like you say, a lot of the KWAK side are obviously training foam, but don't get that cohesion together as much as they would like. All good friends though, so hopefully that kind of makes the difference for them there. KWAK going to take 5 balls here with 6 versus 6 will probably see them throw 2 balls somewhere into the middle. They opt to go for Holmes on the left-hand side, but Holmes ducks down nice and low and gets under it. But another line fault from the Phantom side. Not a good streak so far from them in terms of that, but there is some things to be reassured of there. It means that it's very fixable internally within your team. If you just stay away from those lines, then you can think maybe we wouldn't have had those outs this time. Darcy with the strong arm on this single. Darcy, very experienced foam player. One of the stronger women coming into the start of the kind of GB foam setup, and went to Canada with the GB team a few years ago. Oh, I think a line fault from Vite Skolnick there. I think that is, we need to keep a tally of this. 4 line faults so far this game?
Yeah, 3 from the side of Phantoms, 1 for KWAK.
Phantoms now taking the 4 balls. Again, level, probably see a single. Again, they opt for the 2 balls to try and make the most of it. They're going to give KWAK the 4 balls now. With 5 on 5, you can throw 1 ball and force the other team to come at you with 3. But obviously the benefits of throwing 2 means that you can potentially draw out a dodge and then hit with that second ball. It's a more aggressive approach. But this time the single ball from Fowler gets the hit on Darcy as she tries to dodge down sideways, and KWAK take the 1-player lead. Again with 4 balls, KWAK trying to compound this lead. Just sending 1 this time. I think the double fakes this time means Badley can't quite get his arm through the ball as he would like. I do find that a bit troublesome myself. If I fake too many times, when I end up throwing it, I'm like over gripping the ball and I just bury it straight into the floor sometimes. Phantoms get to come back with 4 balls. We'll probably see 1 thrown. Tapping there, trying to look for the feet. Oh, the feet of Llewellyn, and the late post throw from Storch. Catches Alum unaware, gets the hit on the feet. Storch is surprised by her own throw there.
Good cover from Llewellyn coming across to protect Fowler there. Gets low and behind his ball. Stays alive from the counter.
Llewellyn is a baseball player as well, and the foam ball definitely suits that kind of throwing style a lot better. Ooh, looking for a trade there, Ellis and Fowler. Ellis gets below the throw though, and comes out on top in that 1 for 0. Really valuable there, like hitting the deck as soon as you can throw, or while you're throwing even.
Tapping as well on this near side, taking out Badley, bringing us now even on players, 3 apiece.
Bit of a blind block there on the from Ellis, getting his head down, but the ball up nice and high to get a solid block. Phantoms opting to throw 2. Storch gets over it. That's going to give KWAK the 4 balls. Yes, 4 balls. Oh, and there's that throw from Llewellyn. And Storch follows up with another hit on Ellis. Taking them up 3-1 in the second set. KWAK going to look to take it back to 1-1 here, unless Smith can say something about that.
12 minutes left, let's go!
Good blocking so far from Smith though.
Yeah, Smith is a very defensive player. The time that you want him to really shine is in this kind of situation when he's the last player in. You're looking for him to later on in the game survive. He's excellent at that. Earlier on, he's going to try and survive while making kind of aggressive plays and stuff. This is the KWAK there cheering at the slightly wide ball from Phillips there, but no matter at this point. When you're the attacking team, you're really just kind of trying to fish for that block beating ball. You start to throw some curve balls and dip shots to try and get past the block without risking too much, because a straight on like fast ball is less likely to be effective when Smith is sat there with 3 balls to defend himself. And Smith on that side, like I was saying, is going to be looking to go back at them when he knows he's got possession. However, an excellent throw from Ross Llewellyn there, just going past the block of Smith. A little unnerving, but he's got his knee out of the way just enough. So Smith's tactic there, looking for the shot from range. He doesn't want to get too close, doesn't want to get himself running countered from the Quack side.
Changing corners now, choosing to sit in the right side of the court.
Potentially looking to get a more aggressive shot on Llewellyn. I would say it puts him more in danger of the shot back from Llewellyn. But now he's so much closer. Opts to go for Storch. The quick second throw, but can't get the accuracy.
Yeah, unfortunately goes high there. Great dodge from Storch though, going low.
It's definitely a safe way to go. It's hard to keep the balls down, these foam balls down. Ooh. Especially when you're rushing a shot later on in the day when you're like tired and your grip's tired. This is the day after cloth league as well, so even more so people's arms are going to be a little bit more tired. It's hard to keep the balls low, so dodging low is a great idea, and a great shot from Llewellyn there, gets the hit, confirmed by Smith that he did beat the block there. And just that nice slow patient strategy from both sides. Obviously the odds are always going to favor the team that's got 3 players left in. But if they rush it too much, Smith can take a catch. So just fish for those single ball hits through the block. Don't panic too much. Don't try and take too many aggressive 1-for-1 trades, because you may end up in a situation where Smith can get under a ball and get a 1-for-1 trade, and then it's just too high of a risk. I think the strategy that most people go for is get them in a bad situation, get them to expose themselves in a running counter or something like that. And Smith trying to be patient on the single ball, like post throws, once they open themselves up from the single ball attack.
Unfortunately there, Dixon, who's just subbed on, immediately hit out on the leg, as well as Fowler now joining him in the outbox.
Good start from Phantoms again. Vajc Skolnick looking for a single ball against Ellis there. Phantoms will come forward, try and compound this lead. Tapping looking for the low hit against Badley. You'll see a fair few balls bounce just in front of people. Block there from Tapping, and a post throw from Holmes onto Vajc Skolnick.
Yeah, similar to his cloth style of play, Holmes loves an across-the-court snipe on the backtrack, taking out the feet of players.
I think we've seen 3 of those already this game.
Yeah.
And there's 4. Holmes definitely on form so far with his throwing.
Can agree more, sending both Vajc Skolnick and Van Murik to the outbox, leaving just Badley and Storch left in for Quack.
Much like Smith, Adam Badley, a very good defensive player. You're going to struggle to hit him out when he's in the last 1 or 2 players. Loves to slow play the set, try and fish for those hits one by one to bring things back. Yes, the odds are stacked against him, but there's few people that I'd back more to turn a set around and survive for long enough than Adam Badley. Storch has got the arm to back that up as well. He's going to get a bit more space on the left-hand side. Holmes tries to get the early shot but can't get it. Storch gets a free shot into the middle and takes the hit against Smith.
Yeah, Simon Tapping there on the right wing as you're watching him, putting on a lot of high pressure there, trying to distract the 2 players on the Quack side, allowing for an easy hit for Holmes, but it doesn't quite connect.
Yeah, I like the strategy, keeping the pressure up. I think there's something to be said for playing further back and just trying to get possession, but at the same time, like if you can draw Badley into a trade, then that's really good for them. And there we go. Oh, of course, balls colliding in the air there kills both the balls. Storch and Badley pick up 2 balls together. Oh, lovely dodge to the side from Tapping. Keeps his feet just in the corner of the court. And again, almost tripping over the ball to line 4 there. This time keeps his feet in.
Phantoms with 4 balls now. Releases 2.
The trade there from Tapping and Badley, the balls collided in midair, so that means both balls are dead. The hits don't count, even though both balls did end up hitting both players. No hit on either side. Both players stay in. Oh, Holmes and Tapping coming up on the running counter. Holmes is the call. Sends one at Storch. Can't get hands around it this time. And another post/running counter hit for Holmes. As,
Great throw in there from Phantoms.
Phantoms throw all three, but the first one gets the hit on the leg as the fakes do enough to pull Badley's block away. And Phantoms take the third set, 2-1 now to them. I think Holmes definitely the MVP of that set for Phantoms with, I believe, 3 or potentially 4 of the hits.
Yes.
At least 3 on the post/running counters.
It's been some strong throwing on the side of the Phantoms, whereas I think, at least from KWAK's perspective, been a little bit lackluster from some of their sort of bigger arms, such as Fowler, who have typically been heading to the outbox a little early in these sets so far.
Yeah, need to survive long enough to get the those arms online to make the most of those throws. No one's hitting 100% of their shots here, so I don't know, maybe a rough estimate, 25 to 40% of the shots are going to be on target. You need to be on long enough that you can throw 4 throws, so that you should, on balance, get at least 1 hit out of it. But Phantom's doing well at just shutting that down, really. I think as soon as Fowler gets to throw 1 ball, Holmes has been there to get the hit back and stop him from doing any more damage. A lot of fakes from the Phantom side, pays off as Tapping gets the hit against Dixon.
Yeah, feeling a little bit trapped there in between Badley and Wojtkolnik.
That's when those fakes really do pay off. If you can keep the grip properly and get the throw off well, then you've made the opponents move so much that almost they've stopped moving, because how many times can you keep dodging in one set of fakes?
Yeah, almost dodge yourself into a corner that you can't move from.
Big jump from Holmes there to get over the top, and then comes forward with a fake. KWAK released the third ball, giving Phantoms 4. Probably see 2 balls here, going at Fowler. Big bounce called.
Although centre ref Walsh is going to call Fowler out.
Hit called in the end. I think a couple of different refs having a discussion
Differing
there about
of
whether or not it
opinions
bounced.
there. Perspective as always playing a key factor in these games. Great retrieving from Darcy over in the far side though.
Saw that big knee slide. Oh, Wojtkolnik almost taking that catch there. Bobbles out, and the second hit confirms the kill as well. That's going to leave KWAK 6 versus 3. 3 balls though.
As we've already said in this game so far, the accuracy from Phantoms has been really strong. Get numerous hits both on the single and multiple ball releases.
Yeah, I think giving them 4 balls could be a little bit of a danger here. I believe those are bounces on Phillips, maybe not. Hit is called in the end though. A little bit of discussion with the refs. I believe the near side line ref here is
Tapping again,
hit called in the
applying
end.
high pressure. Really trying to protect his teammates. Sorry. Yep, Tapping really trying to protect his teammates there. Despite only having 1 ball for his team. Making sure Badley,
Another great
is now
shot
heading
from
to the
Holmes.
outbox. Can't get an easy hit.
Once
Badley
again, that
though,
throwing power
on
and
his own.
accuracy is fantastic from Holmes. Don't need to give you the blurb this time. Once again, Adam Badley, as you say, last person left in on the KWAK side. This time, a bigger mountain to climb against 6 players. Even if you make 4 or 5 hits at this point, it means little if you don't get that final hit off. It's a lot to do.
Yeah, statistically speaking, the odds are definitely in Phantom's favour to win this set.
Wow. That's the way to go. Send it down the middle of the gut. See if they can make a catch. Sharp doesn't quite make it, but a huge diving catch from Smith to stop it from hitting the floor first. Means the catch is good. Badley is out, and Phantoms win the set 3-1. Great reactions there from Smith.
Yeah, great initial power off Badley. As you say, he doesn't really have a lot to lose. He either gets the hit or he gets caught. Either way, winning that set isn't like the outcome, so he may as well just go for it. And once he does get the hit, unfortunately, it's a great reaction from Smith to send that set in Phantom's favour. Bring the score to 3-1 in the favour of Phantoms.
Now we're going straight into sudden death. Because we are under 1 minute 30 when that set ended, we will go straight into a final 1 minute sudden death set. Players start with the balls, no blocking. And after a minute, team with the most players left wins the set. Simple as. Not very long time, 1 minute.
No, pretty short, as we often see in our Clothly games at the end of halves.
Tend to see a little bit more chaos. 2 hits there from the Quack side against Phantoms as they throw 2 balls onto the left side and get Ellis and Holmes at the same time. Some throwing power from the Phantom side taken out. Quack in a strong position with maybe about 30 seconds left in the set.
And
they'll probably look
balls.
to do not very much here, yeah, with 4 balls. They'll probably look to not very. Oh wow, I can't get my words out now. The chaos is a tongue timing. Great shot there from Badley. Tapping gets under it, slows him down, gets the hit back against Dixon. That leaves Quack 1 player up.
Great dodging from
Llewellyn
Llewellyn.
gets under it. Very valuable.
Oh!
A late shot there from Badley. That'll probably be dealt with the refs at the end of the set. Apologises to Smith. I think unsure if the player was out at the time.
But good sportsmanship show from both players. Badley and Smith shaking hands. No harm meant at all in that play.
Yeah, I think maybe unsure if he was out, and then by the time he put his hands up when he was on the floor, because I believe from what I saw, it did look like that Llewellyn's throw had actually bounced before, or at least been so close that I couldn't tell. Smith unknowingly put his hands up to say that he was out. Whether it hit or not, he thought he'd been hit. And then Badley confirms the hit just a little bit late. But yes, Quack taking the set by 1 player there, leaves them 3-2 down at halftime. Into the second half now, Phantoms 3-2 up. Quack going to have the quick start and a shot from Badley straight into the gut of Ellis. That's never where you want to throw it. Ellis is a fantastic catcher and pockets that one as you'd expect. That means Phantoms 1 player up, 4 balls. They're going to throw 1 into the middle. They are going to have Burden again, so they're going to be coming up with 3 balls now. Try and make the most of this one instead. Holmes on the throw, gets an early shot. See that early release there, kind of before he gets to the centre line, catches Fowler off guard.
Yeah, rising ball clips him on the shoulder. Again, some early strong throwing from Phantoms, but reciprocated from the side of Quack as Allen heads to the outbox.
Llewellyn, as I was saying earlier, as I tried to say earlier, the baseball background has a very good throw that's suited for these lighter foam balls as well. It's got a lot of whip with it that the kind of classic baseball throw does. His throwing ability is really thriving in foam. And a finger block there on the home side. Storch very happy about making that hit there. Really valuable for the Quack side as well, because Holmes has been a big threat to them so far. Yeah, good honesty there from Holmes. Finger blocks. Obviously hard to call as a referee, so always very much appreciated when a player takes a finger block out. Evened up now. Phantoms with the 3 balls against the 3 balls of Quack. May see a post throw attack. Good shot there against Dixon from the Phantom side.
Yeah, lovely toe shot from Ellis.
Target this time.
This set going quite quickly, actually, with some great accuracy from throwers. Sees players heading to the outbox quite early, a lot earlier than they would have liked.
3, but Elisa Storch with a huge dodge over the top of them. There's some serious height in that jump there.
Yeah, great dodging.
Gives Quack 5 balls. They're going to use 2 as well. Smith similarly getting high above those. But a Quack again on the defensive. This can be a favourable position sometimes, although you're already a player down. When you've got 3 balls on the defence, it gives you a lot of options, like a post throw from Phillips, not quite finding the feet of Darcy, but looking in the right areas. And everyone on the Quack side, once you're down to 3 players, everyone on your team has a ball. Much harder to hit, much harder to get through that defence. And then you have that attacking opportunity, either on the counter or like this, you can come up with 3 balls, potentially get a bit of a free shot. Elisa sending one into the high back wall, but happy that they get the rebound and get another attempt. Llewellyn looking low, bringing his arm down under his knee to try and get that low shot. Keep it low under Tapping's block, but a little bit wide this time. Tapping is surviving. Phillips looks for the counter rush against Smith. Smith gets round it, looks for the post on Phillips again, and Storch punishes.
Yeah, a lot of trades and releases and possession there, but goes in favour of KWAK as Storch gets a nice hit. Tries to go again, but good low block from Ellis to keep himself alive.
Riding on that confidence, looking for that running counter again. It's not that far off. He apologises to his teammates, but really not that far off. Good areas, looking for the feet on the backtrack. Ellis sends one over the top of Llewellyn. Llewellyn coming back over the top of Ellis. Tapping with a hit against Phillips, just clipping the arm there. Does enough to get around the block, and Phantoms take the one-player lead once again. This is KWAK's opportunity to even it up again. They send two, Tapping stays low.
Yeah, a bit of frustration from Storch as unfortunately she sends another one quite high, perhaps struggling with a bit of grip on the balls.
Good shot from Tapping again, follows the dodge to the left. Gets the hit against Storch, which leaves Llewellyn left in against 3. Bit of a theme here with the Phantoms and KWAK side, but another player that does really well in these last player situations. I promise you, I don't say this about everyone. It just happens that there's 3 of those players in this game.
Well, perhaps that reason is because, you know, they are good at staying alive, so obviously they're going to be there towards the end of the sets, or at least you'd hope.
Yeah, excellent point. Llewellyn's going to look to play defensively when he's got 3 balls, and then after Phantoms throw 1 ball at him, he's going to look for a post throw, maybe a slight kind of slow running counter, looking for that opportunity. You see him take the block here, looking for the running into Ellis. Looking at Ellis as the blocker, because if he throws at Darcy, then Ellis and Tapping can potentially have a free double running counter on him. If he throws at Ellis, then he puts the pressure on and kind of shuts them down a bit. Block from Tapping. Again, he goes at Ellis. Ref deciding whether or not that is a bounce or hit. Line ref gets a clean look at it and says that that was I think, block and down rather than block and foot.
Yes,
but Ellis stays in.
Good movement from Llewellyn. Again going for Ellis, but Ellis again managing to stay alive.
That gives Phantoms 4, which may give them the opportunity to throw 2 balls at Llewellyn. Might see a wings call here. Darcy from the right-hand side. Phantoms look happy to draw this out. They're sending 1 ball. That's probably a sign that they're looking to draw the clock out because they're 3-2 up. If they can take this set to time and then win the sudden death set, then they win the game. Or at the very worst, they draw the game. They guarantee themselves at least a draw.
Yeah, and as we've mentioned, Llewellyn, one of the, perhaps one of the stronger players on this KWAK side, especially one of their stronger arms. Unfortunately, he does a line fault there, so that set will go in favour of Phantoms. But Phantoms very happy with that. As I say, basically tiring out Llewellyn, doing a lot of throwing there. We'll see if he does make a substitution.
Unfortunately, another line fault, but I think, like you say, there, being the last player in is very tiring, and it's going to mess with your decision making. It's going to mess with how you throw exactly, and kind of a factor that I'd never really considered before is it's just going to mess with your brain a little bit and your judgment, and that kind of line fault stepping backwards there is not the kind of thing you'd expect normally from Llewellyn. But after you've been throwing for 3 minutes by yourself, I imagine your judgment goes a little bit hazier. Great result from Phantoms though. They go 4-2 up. Post throw from Llewellyn gets the hit. Smith follows Llewellyn low to get the avenge. Maybe a little bit more valuable for the KWAK side there, with Holmes being a big threat against the KWAK side, at least in the first half. Whereas while Llewellyn has been a valuable thrower, but really Fowler I think is the one that they need to keep in the set, keep online and get his arm going to really do some damage.
Yeah, but he's definitely been quite targeted by this Phantom side so far in this game.
Oh, and a big
Smart.
double
Oh.
hit there. Badly sending one. I think maybe looking for Ellis, but it goes back, goes past, hits Nat K at the back of the court, and then rebounding onto Dom Smith's back foot. Very unfortunate from the Phantom side. Definitely planned from the KWAK side. That's what they'll tell you in the press release. But at the very least, something that they really needed. 4-2 down with not too many sets left. If Phantoms want to slow play this and take it to the full time, then KWAK are going to need to make something happen. And a 2 free outs there, absolutely something that we'll take.
Yeah, as you say, Phantom's definitely happy to slow play this, whereas I imagine on the side of KWAK, we might see them trying to step on the gas a little bit more on some of these counters, or potentially see a few more 2-ball releases, trying to just get these hits earlier.
Sharp looking there for the low shot against Van Murick. Doesn't get the hit, but throws her off balance enough to unfortunately fall off the back of the court, which takes us up to 6 line faults this game so far. It's been quite a present. MVP of the game, honestly. Phantoms already brought it back to 4 versus 3. Not too bad of a situation. Again, in the same place that KWAK were last set. But KWAK says, absolutely not. KWAK says, we don't care if you've got a ball in front of each person to block it. We'll send one high and one low and get that hit on the foot against tapping. Some fantastic throwing. And a great catch from Fowler there. Takes the catch and then hit by Ellis on the follow-up. But a trade that they will 100% take at this point in the game. 4-1 up. Hopefully secure this set to come within 1 set from Phantoms.
Yeah,
Ellis.
hurrying from Dom Holmes in the outbox of Phantoms there. Telling Ellis just to play his time, loads of time, draw it out. Give Phantoms a stronger chance of winning this game.
If he can see it out the full time till the clock hits 0, then that's a win for Phantoms. They win this game 4-3. However, Ellis is a excellent catcher. He's got a good throw, but he's not quite on the same level as last player in survive as long as possible as your Adam Badley, as your Ross Llewellyn, or your Smith on the Phantom side. So I think KWAK will try to take advantage of that. Look for these kind of trades. Adam Badley on the KWAK side, they're happy to open up the trades because he's going to back himself with a 1-for-1 trade against Ellis. Although Ellis will have a really good chance at getting the hit against Badley. That's absolutely fine for the KWAK side if they take a 1-for-1.
Yeah, 3 more players left in. They know they need to push hard. So
Good
willing
dodging
to
there.
accept the greater risk in play to end this set.
Looking at this, I think that Ellis is looking for a bit more aggression here. While he's still a bit happier with the 3 balls, it seems like he's trying to take advantage of his throwing ability. And when things open up, when KWAK send a ball, he's sending it back. Maybe a bit of a switch there. Very, very slow to react here. That looks like a look of, okay, now I'm going to slow this right down. Now I'm going to take this set to the end of the game.
The potential thought he might be having
potentially
is,
looking for a catch there.
if he can take out one of these bigger arms, or one of the wingers of Badley Llewellyn, it makes his life easier when it comes to surviving. If there's less big arms on court, it's easier to dodge and draw out the time.
Yeah, I think so. KWAK sending a couple of balls there, can't find the hit. Badley again staying high, looking for it. Ellis gets under it. Does just enough, keeps the balls up just to protect himself. Badley looking to try and get the hit past that block, but sends it just over the top of Ellis.
Yeah, Ellis definitely playing with fire. Potentially a little bit riskier than I would, be trying to do in his situation, but it's currently working out for him. He's slowly bleeding this game with time. KWAK getting more and more sort of itchy.
I do agree with what you said. If he gets a hit against Llewellyn and Badley, then he does look like in a bit of a better spot to keep surviving these throws. Blocks there against the 2-ball attack from KWAK. But especially having Llewellyn opposite him there with a ball is a bit of a risk. Storch chases the catch. Doesn't get hands to it, thankfully. Manages to stay on the court for the next play. Well, Llewellyn with a high stance. And the
it's both a
slide
hit
backwards.
and the line
hit
fault.
and the line fault. And KWAK confirmed that point. They got up nice and early in that set, looked nice and confident, but this can be how it is with foam. You're not going to get that last hit for free. They're going to do as much as they can to stay in. They've got a lot of protection with potentially 2 balls and then 1 ball in front of them as well. So you've got to be patient and not rush it, because when you start rushing it, you're going to start making mistakes potentially and throwing away a big lead. But great patience there from KWAK to confirm that. They didn't need to rush it, took their time and come within 1 set of the Phantom side.
Oh.
And Phantoms with a little bit of payback there from the previous set. Get a
2
double hit
outs
to
there on the
start
side
things
of
off.
KWAK. Ellis has subbed himself off, feeling a little bit tired after the shift he put in that previous set. Did a great job for Phantoms there, drawing out a lot of the time from that set.
Yeah, I think it's fair to take a break after that one. KWAK bringing the set back already though, 4 on 4. Phantoms with the 3 balls. KWAK on the counter offensive, big fakes there, putting some threat into that counter attack. But then reset with 4. They're going to send 1 ball from Fowler. Ooh. Smith stays low, lets it go over the top.
And despite the valiant effort from Ellis, with KWAK only being 1 set away, 1 point away, it does mean that if KWAK can win this set, it could, or at least within time, then Phantoms could still lose this game. They're not exactly in the most comfortable position.
I think what Ellis has done there is given them a bit of a buffer here, where if Phantoms get into a bit of a rough position, then they have the possibility of drawing it out to the end of the game and making sure that they at least get the draw.
Yes, I'd agree.
If he'd have gone out straight away, been too aggressive, then we could have had a lot longer left with a lot of more time for KWAK to bring it back for the win. Phantoms will still obviously be wanting to win this game. They're not going to automatically take the draw, but it just does give them a little bit of an option.
Especially after their strong performance in that first half. I think they'd be kicking themselves if they sort of managed to throw away the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. Now with an opportunity with 4 balls. Possession has swung back the other way. They're going to opt to throw 1 ball. Kind of fish for a hit. See if they can get through one of the blocks.
Yeah, it's good dodging from Llewellyn though. Jumping over a ball, running
on the
up.
Defense. They're going to come back on the counter attack here. Holmes taking his time. Llewellyn goes low though, and Holmes goes over. They get the 4 balls back again. So another free shot.
And you can see on the right side of the screen, Llewellyn, as he's trying to dodge these balls, he's not just dodging and blocking, he's trying to move forwards at the same time, really looking for these openings on the aggressive counter. He knows he needs to end this set if he wants a chance of winning the game.
Or Llewellyn there, hit, tapping hit on the cover shot from Fowler, but then again, hit back in vengeance. 2-for-1 trades in favor of the Phantom side, takes them 1 player up.
Again, some great low accuracy from Holmes. Sends Fowler to the outbox. Phantoms with a 1 player advantage now.
Phantoms will happily take the set win here. If they could end the set right now, I'm sure they would. But at the same time, what they should be doing now is not taking too many risks. Looking to let the set go to the full time. A player up, they'll favour themselves in the sudden death. And it also means that the very worst that can happen is that they take a draw overall in the game. If they try too hard to push this, then it does again leave KWAK open to end this set, win the set, and then there'll be 4-4, and you know, the opportunity for either team to win.
Yeah, a bit of a coin flip in that final sudden death set.
It is, yeah, good dodge from Jen. Manages to push herself all the way across the court out of the way of that. Low shot from Smith. Under the block, gets the hit.
Badly heads to the outbox, leaving Phillips in on her own. It's a lot of work. She's going to know that if KWAK want any chance of winning this game, she has to bring this set back. And she has to do it within quite a short space of time.
Holmes there with an interesting looking throw. It's got a bit of movement on it. It's not too dangerous. It's not. He's not necessarily looking to definitely end the set with that shot, but it's potentially got enough movement to beat the block. At the same time, if it misses the target, then that's absolutely fine for Phantoms, because if they can waste more time, then they're absolutely fine with that. 4 balls on the Phantom side, so 3 balls on the Phantom side now. Again, they're going to throw 1 ball. Looking for a semi-aggressive single ball hit through the block. They're not too fussed if they don't get that hit though. Just takes more time off the clock. Single ball from Allen. Post throw from Phillips, and then the throw from Holmes to follow up. Gets the hit against April Phillips, but
yeah, you do see him apologising a little bit there, because there was potential she might have been able to catch his ball, but obviously he's thrown to cover there to stop him from catching the ball that was in fact blocked up.
Yeah, I think they were right on the boundary there of making sure that they reset for one final set as well. I think that's what we're going to be. We're going to be in one final set of sudden death, which means at 5-3, Derby Phantoms do take the victory here. Great result from them to bounce back from the results from the first foam league against the 2 Manchester Beast teams. Looking a lot stronger this league meet already. Some great throwing from Holmes. Let's see if we can take a couple more hits in this final set here. Pre-throw goes through the first line of players and hits Van Murik on the foot. As we said before, I'm sure that was absolutely planned from Holmes to get the hit at the back. Tries to throw an aggressive pre-throw. Tapping up aggressively, can't get the hit, and badly covers.
Yeah, with a no block in place. Shot. Both Tapping and Holmes going aggressive, trying to force an error from the Quack side.
Hit. Another hit through the front line, hits in the back line at Fowler.
Oh!
And Llewellyn with the block catch at the front. Completely intentional block catch. And Allen with the block catch at the back again to counter. Block from Darcy. Darcy takes a second to realise that the blocking's not allowed in sudden death.
But great dodging from the side of Quack. And they will take the final set. The final score being 5-4. Great plays from both sides in that final 1-minute set. We love a bit of chaos in sudden death and no block, but unfortunately Phantoms will take the win. Quack shouldn't be too disappointed though. They gave it a great fight against what seemed to be a really strong Phantom side who had some great accuracy in their throwing.